If you've ever wanted to see an old 1800s ghost town that looks like it is straight out of an old western movie, this is it. We'll show you where it's at next on Ghost Towns and More. Barely on the edge of the border of southwestern Nevada lies a town that looks as authentic to any western mining town you'd ever see in the movies. Ranchers and prospecting miners in the 1880s and possibly earlier first explored the area and discovered ore deposits on an outcropping of limestone. It was only natural then to call the new settlement Lime Point. The settlement was located far from other services, making it difficult to settle and work mining claims profitably. Due to the difficulties in transportation, the settlement was abandoned in about 1882. It wasn't until 1902 when a new interest in the area attracted miners when rich silver deposits were discovered in the area. This caused the settlement to be renamed Horn Silver. When the Great Western Mine Company found a rich silver ore vein in 1905, the area was flooded with miners eager to get in on the action. The temporary tents and shanties, so typical of early mining settlements, were soon replaced in 1908 to more permanent structures, and the town began to grow. Gold was also found in limited quantities, so the potential for profitability caused people to stay. The growing town had a newspaper and a post office was opened. At its peak, about 1,000 people lived in town with over 225 buildings and 13 saloons to keep the lifestyle lively. Contention over claim jumping and lawsuits slowed the progress of mining, and it began to fall off in about 1909. When the Great Western Mine went up for sale in 1922, Charles Stoneham of the New York Giants baseball team purchased it and mining increased, with it becoming the town's largest producer. In 1927, a miner named John W. Dunphy was working some active leases in the area. He went down in one of the mines and discovered a large gold vein. Within a short time, more gold was being mined out of the town of Horn Silver, which prompted a name change to Gold Point, the name that has remained ever since. It was after this find that the town of Gold Point enjoyed its most prosperous years. That is, until World War II began and government regulations forced the closure of gold mining in favor of more essential metals. After the war was over, mining resumed, but only on a smaller scale. In the 1960s, an accidental blast from dynamite caused a cave-in that brought mining efforts to an end, but not before the tally of gold and silver combined totaled over $1 million from the mines. The town seemed destined to be a ghost, except for some residents who hung on. One such residence was the well-known Ora May Wiley, who came to the town in about 1930 and married one of the founding fathers of Hornsilver, Harry Wiley. Ora ran the post office from 1940 to 1967. She and her husband also ran the general store and gas station, and her husband served in the Nevada State Senate from 1946 until his death in 1955. The post office closed for good in 1967, and Ora passed away in 1980 at the age of 83. Today, the town site has been wonderfully preserved by a few who purchased the buildings and restored them. The centerpiece of town is the eclectic saloon with historical artifacts on the outside and plenty of relics to see throughout the rest of the town. Every year, the town hosts activities on holiday weekends, wherein the town comes to life with people who come to enjoy the splendor of a real 1800s feel of a remote western town.